Yo, what's happening, world? Name's Raheem Flowers. Today is the day of one of my best friend's birthday, who's like a brother to me. He was one of the major catalysts for change, and he's one of the main reasons that I've become the man that I am today. And I've even grown and developed into being this content creator that I am, from being a producer to video editing and to organizing things within digital media, just period. And I want to say, man, he was one of the first people that I was able to speak about history, especially when it comes to melanated people or beings. Which, speaking of, I'm actually looking up indigenous or Aboriginal Indonesians. I started doing it about 2 days ago, and I'm looking up a group known as the Sagdem. It's a group, it's a bunch of Malay, Indonesian, Aboriginal people. And I remember having a conversation with my mom and where life starts in Africa and all that. And I don't agree. I can't say, nobody can really say where life starts. There's no empirical evidence. But that being said, the reason why I bring that up and referencing the indigenous Aboriginal Malays, the Sagdam and the Adamese, or however you pronounce their name, which they reside within, like, I think Bengal or part of a state in India. Because when you learn more about and you do more diligent research and you just really take the critical thinker approach, you start to realize that you got a lot of things wrong about life. When I looked at Big B Kel, shout out to Brother Kel, and go look at his new channel, Morale TV. I'll send a link below for those who were not aware. To brothers like College, to watching all these prepper channels, shout out to Elite Farmer. You start to realize you got a lot of things wrong. Even within my dialogue with my friends and my friend Kamani, I start to realize in a bittersweet way that we had a lot of things wrong. We didn't know enough. And it's just a time to keep growing, keep growing, keep growing. Even with the young lady that I'm dating, she even made me realize that there was a lot of things for me to learn. So I'm learning things from both the older and the younger generation, from both Generation X to Generation Z. And it's a pretty awesome feeling. Now, with everything going on in the world, with the pandemic and everybody being locked in, from things going on in the world with the bees, or not the bees, the hornets, the Asian hornets that are killing the bees, that's messing up the honey, the natural ingredients that we need. See, this is I think this is a way that the creator is pressing the restart button. I think I might have said that before in the video, but I'll say it again. It's cool. And, at first, I did not like what went on with this coronavirus and pandemic. And I still believe that it is bio-warfare going on. And it's a lot of food shit. And it's something that is much bigger. Like, this is just really on some real New World Order stuff. That's what this is. This is just a way to keep people in line. Like, okay, quarantining and global pandemics and phenomenons occurring in the world is one thing. It's been going on throughout history, from the bubonic plague to the Spanish flu, influenzas, and H1N1. But then you have to get into skeptic mode when they start to extend it more and more and more and more. Government can't even take the liberty to use those stimulus checks to give to the banks or the / bill collectors. So that would alleviate a lot of stress and problems going on for people who are having financial strains because of this pandemic. See, and that's another reason why, even looking at the prefix of the word pan, that's another reason why I think this is some New World Order crap. Some pan Baphomet. Man, I never listen to the media, or at least take a grain of salt of what they say, and then go do your own due diligence research and figure out what they're all really about. I mean, even that Caucasian Jew, Vlad, got his, I don't know, Pakistani, Indian, East Indian, South Asian, whatever the hell you want to call him, some dude named Dr. Khan on his interview, like, you even got to take a grain of salt of what they say. Because even though you do have doctors who are legitimately concerned, I mean, you have to just question it. And then the fact that they remove videos with people challenging COVID-19 and the type of influence and impact and fatality of it, the fact that they remove any form of deep scrutiny and skepticism, that does speak high value. And then, to make matters worse, you have this media that is perpetuating a cycle of Ahmaud Arbery, and you have to start to question, okay, was this brother really innocent? Definitely not saying he deserved to die, by no means, but you have to really start to question, like, who these people put on the pedestal, who these people decide to venerate after they die. Because most of these people have a track record of being criminals, of doing something suspicious or even nefarious, and then, you know, getting caught at the wrong place at the wrong time and throwing stones and hiding their hand. But again, not saying they deserve to die, but we know how the media likes to sensationalize, and they know that they can control black people with emotions easier than anybody else. And unfortunately, in the so-called black community, a lot of these dudes who are about that life, who live the streets, who go around doing home invasions and just doing a bunch of destructive, chaotic stuff, are often, you know, they're often praised or justified and rationalized and contextualized. So you have to look at it from that angle too. I'm not, like, those dudes still look mighty suspect, and they look like the type of dudes who are in the NRA, who look like they talk to grand wizards and watch David Duke films. But anyways, it's just all about being objective. That was the point of what I said. You learn that, you realize that you get a lot of things about life wrong through the media, through your friends and people that you grew up with, and the religion and the beliefs and the creed. And, you know, let's just do our thing and do our research. And if you got something you want to say, just be a content creator and speak your mind, man. I've been doing it for the last 4+ years, and I encourage anybody else to do that and some. Whatever you want to do in life. Peace out, one love.